What you see are 3 human-sized plates of armor. Not like the shield guardians you saw earlier. There's purple and black trim all over it. These are, they look like they're fresh from combat. They got scratches and dings in them, as if these were the ones invading the militia base, causing the ruckus in the first place. And they're chasing after you.
Does Sabbatha give us any insight, or the other NPC?
Sabbatha says, "What the F are those things?
That's
Why are
all
they
the-
following us? That is not what I was expecting at all." Dasha is first.
So I'm gonna
Sorry.
cast a spell, and well, first of all, I'm gonna move
Put it on yourself.
between these guys and
Alright, the rest of your team?
the rest of my team, and I'm gonna
And
move
then
closer,
Okay.
a little closer.
How
with
much
my
speed
shield.
do you have?
30.
Is 30, yeah.
So each block represents 5 feet. Move
So
your
I'm
character.
gonna move 15 feet.
She's at the side.
Okay,
that,
move your
that guy
Which
there,
one?
I can't reach him.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 15 feet forward, and I'm going to cast a spell, a bless on Earl, Druella, and Ariana.
Okay.
Hey!
Kick those tin cans over!
Remake video.
Get out!
How far can I pass? Can I cast Thunder Wave?
It's around you.
Oh, and then it hurts all of us, I think, too.
It's self, and it's a 15-foot radius from you.
So it's not, you're not close enough.
You're close enough to attack all your allies.
I'll just let the door close.
Well, she gave me like plus offensive, and I have all like helping spells.
I yell backwards, Ariana, you can secure the door so Earl can let go of it.
How do I secure the door?
I know, dude.
Okay, what's in her entertainer's back?
Oh my god, it's masonry supplies. Look at the wrong pack.
Does anybody want to reenact Ghost? Start doing fucking pottery.
So, can I take my...
You got a dagger.
Can I take my dagger
Comfy.
and shove it in the door to try to wedge it open?
What kind of check would that be, I wonder?
Yeah.
By judging by this, it's going to be a strength check.
Strength or athletic.
So let's roll your die. You got 0 for modifier.
For strength?
Well, what do you have for strength modifier?
I would have... Yeah, 0 now.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
thought.
I have a minus.
Well, I have a -1, but then I got a
But
plus
then
1.
you got plus 4 with that.
10.
And then you got
And then she
a
got
plus
Oh.
4 on a, what is it, the chest?
You have
roll?
a D4. You can roll your
D4.
Yeah.
A D4.
Did you go on the chips?
A D4 modifier.
3!
So what's the total?
13.
13.
You can wedge your... You put it in there, but you can feel it's not secure. Perhaps if you hold it in place and try it again, you can wedge it in even better. But for now, what it is, it's there, but then if you let go, it's just going to not work anymore, fall out.
So I'm stuck there holding it.
If you choose to, and want to try again later, maybe you'll succeed.
But at least I can get out
So
of
she
there.
puts it in and feels it's inadequate
It
for the task?
Yes. That's
Okay,
exactly
so
what
I'm
happened.
standing
Yes.
there holding the door open.
You're trying. You're helping.
So-
I'm helping.
That was your turn. The armor's turn.
I do believe that is doth what he proclaimed.
That's what
He said.
Oh my gosh, it's coming closer.
Oh, Jesus.
The 3 animated armor walk closer to, so they're in the middle of the room now.
It's my turn now?
Maybe they just want to kiss.
Next up is Lillian.
She just goes to the door.
Starts texting. Well, I don't even care if we die. Whatever.
Oh, sorry, how much farther did
Remember you have that
Earl
lightning
move it?
thing.
Is it big enough to put a quarterstaff under now?
When it's his turn, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lillian casts Shield of Faith. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of her choice with the range, granting it a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
Who's your god?
Helm.
And
Oh,
she
yeah.
casts it on
Where's Helen?
Dasha.
Yay!
Okay, playing favorites there.
You gotta attack now.
Well, I'm closest to them.
Yeah.
So,
I got
Dasha.
in there, yeah.
You have a +2 bonus to your AC for the duration. Do you know what that means? Your armor.
My armor.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
stronger, yeah.
And then next on the order is Druella.
Yes. So I'm going to first action I'll do is move myself. I'm gonna get close to these dudes. I have a stride of 30. I have to get close enough that my shillelagh will touch them.
Oh gosh.
So
Okay,
I'm gonna be like boom there.
She can move back.
Yeah.
She can move forward and then move back after her, right?
Well, this guy's going down.
Okay.
No.
So, okay, that's my move. I'm going to do my bonus action before I do my action, because the bonus action is making my quarterstaff magical.
Would say the word.
Chalet! And so it says I use my wisdom modifier instead of strength for the damage.
Okay.
And it's my 1d8, which is.
You have to roll to defeat the armor class
Yeah, you
first,
still
though.
have to hit it, but you get
So
bonus.
roll a
D20.
d20,
This one first?
and you have to defeat my armor.
Okay, but. Do I
I've
get
given her
plus
bless. Yeah,
4
you've got
as
my
well?
+4.
No, +4.
Which one is it?
That
Yeah.
one.
This
Yeah,
one?
you had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey!
6, and then do I add something else to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
The
that?
big plus number first with your weapon. Oh. So whatever plus whatever. Oh my god, I don't know their sheets. I don't know where it's
Very
organized.
clear.
So it's a +4, so you got 10, basically. And no, it does not pierce the armor. It's a fail.
So wait a minute.
That's
I still don't understand here.
Because you
Because
have to...
how do I, like, when I'm using my shillelagh with the cantrip, I use my wisdom modifier, which is +4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you add plus
And then
4 to your
you'd
weapon
have
roll.
The damage die becomes 1d8. So was
But
I
you-
supposed to roll that 1d8?
Damage
No.
die is if you pierce the armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
And what you were
okay.
rolling is to see if you could pierce the
Oh,
armor.
Oh, you
gotcha.
rolled it.
So do you want to
So-
move back, my dear
When you're
lady?
using your shillelagh on your quarterstaff, it's your wisdom modifier and your proficiency, it'd be +6. Because you're still
What does that
proficient
mean?
in the weapon you're using.
Yeah, so you'd be 8 plus 4, which
So
would
does
be
it
12.
still
The total?
4
What's the
plus
total?
12.
No, it doesn't
Plus
hit.
6.
Just double checking.
And then
12.
I can move back?
No.
No? Okay.
Unless, well, only if you didn't
And
move your
I-
She
maximum.
didn't move her maximum.
What was the
If you-
maximum distance you moved?
I just moved, I was like
5, 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
She moved
This is-
15 feet forward.
So this is
And I
one
have
thing
30.
we're going to learn here, is that when you're within reach of enemies,
Oh, yeah, the
and
disengage.
you go to leave, they get a free attack on you.
Yeah, attack of opportunity.
Unless you use an action to disengage. Which, she's used her action to already attack.
She's used her action to
So if
attack.
you weren't interacting with an enemy, yes, you could move again.
But could
So
you
can I
walk
dodge?
It's
No,
an
that's
action.
an action because you prepare.
She can do an interaction though, right?
Yeah.
You
And
just
she,
pick
what,
also
what
the-
are you going to do to interact the animated
Pick
armor?
a small stone.
I will take a bauble from a table.
You can pick up a weapon, or you can
Plant
get
a banner.
you
in
can
the
take an object out of your backpack. Do you have anything useful in your backpack?
Probably not.
Entertainment.
Well, I have my mandolin.
You can fish a few coins from your purse.
Okay, yeah, it was a good try, but nothing's going to help. Trust me. You're okay, you're okay.
Okay.
Craig is next.
Craig.
Okay, I go to draw my bow, and it is within range, and I try and draw my shot onto the one directly in front of Kelly Drew. Oh no, the one beside Kelly Drew.
Say her name.
Druella.
Oh, there you go.
Fonzer Elfington.
Yeah, I guess you got a line of sight on that.
Yeah.
Armor.
Or you know what? Like I'll move here. No, I'm gonna.
I know, but he's our tank.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at
Can
that
you
guy.
wedge my dagger for me?
Oh my god.
I got a fucking crossbow or shoot the shit.
It's engaged. How are we handling flanks?
if
Because we looked it up, and you can get an advantage roll, but that's an optional rule.
with your bow and arrow, though?
Yeah. If it's engaged, it's still considered a flat.
I will allow it.
You'll
You just
allow it?
move
Okay, so I
closer
just
and
get
you
a
just try
judge.
to attack.
May I?
I
May
just
I?
moved closer just to find
May
out
I?
what's going on and protect you guys, but you jumped in front again, in the well.
Go ahead. The red one's okay.
They have swords.
Well, yes, but we don't know what the problem is.
19 plus 6.
They were
Yes,
against
you
the color.
hit.
I know,
Yeah.
that's true.
So now roll for
Why did I
damage.
do that even? Anybody else listening to this?
This is like, man, you're fucking pushing. You're gonna take my damage.
No, we're
next.
it's Rob's turn. We're not listening.
Yeah, this one
You're
is
very
a
quick
4.
to kill people when you don't even know what they're doing.
It's not a person.
Well, I know, but still, they could still be on our
Okay,
side.
It's
so
like a tree trying to fall on me, and you going, wait, let's talk to the tree.
10 plus
Yeah.
2, 12
Right.
to the armor in the middle.
Okay. Very good.
What does that do?
It caused damage to the middle armor.
We need to
Does
talk
he
to
fall
these
down
people.
or move back? Or
It
anything?
it caused damage.
Just damage.
Can you talk to them now?
What's,
I feel like it's too late to just shot.
I don't think animated armor even has a mouth in which to
Oh, okay.
or
So
ears.
basically, we're wasting our time.
I just want
Oh my god, something else is coming. Oh, we need to get out of this.
Oh, let's open the effing door.
I'm pretty sure it's fine.
The door.
He's got it, but not big enough for us to get
Who's
through.
next?
We're getting distracted here.
I think I'm
It's not
next.
the real purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have your name on here for some reason. What was your order number?
9. So I'd be right.
Kelly's on there.
Oh yeah, it's under his real name. That's why I was confused. Yep, Earl is next.
Everybody's under the real name.
Well,
Earl.
I've changed it though. I erased it.
I don't know what to do with the door. 'cause-
Well, you're stuck in the door. You got to do something about it.
but the dagger that she has in there, is it enough for me to let go?
No, we already know.
I
it's
would
not.
suggest doing a strength check again to see if you can improve your
Can
situation.
I do guidance on it?
But is that going to be an action for me then?
No, you can only do it on your turn.
Is that an action for him? Yeah.
No.
You have to get out of that door somehow, though. You need to before you can
Maybe I
attack.
like the
Just
Well, maybe you do. But you've got plus
guys,
4
this
and
is my
whatever
life
you roll.
now. Okay, you have to accept it. The door and I are together.
Okay, I'm going to open this fucking door.
Okay,
Here we
plus
go.
remember.
Ooh.
What has he got? 5, but he's got a plus 4 from me, right?
Wow, I think.
4 dice.
Freaking, probably go
Do you have a strength modifier?
You do.
What's your strength
Oh,
modifier?
wait.
Plus 3.
Yeah, but I should have done my
What?
other
You're
stuff
raging.
here.
You can have a
That's
bonus
okay.
action.
That's good.
Raging on the door.
That's okay.
You can.
So, I'm at 8.
Yes.
Plus
And
4.
4.
So
Well,
you maintain status quo. It doesn't go down. But do you have a bonus action?
Sounds like you're actually.
Do you have a bonus action, Kelly?
It's called action surge or something like that.
Oh, he's got rage.
Or no, that's a fighter. I was
Hey.
thinking of.
what do I have?
You should have raged first as a bonus
I know,
action.
that's what I'm saying.
Any retcon?
Nope.
Okay.
Next turn we'll think of
I
it.
thought that.
Why
Like,
is
right
it
when I
my
rolled
bonus
that
action?
D20, I'm like,
I said
He
that.
can rage. No,
Rage.
I don't know what his bonus action is.
I didn't know if that was towards
Next up
actually
is
the door, though.
Fergus.
Fergus,
Where-
right?
where did I
Not
go?
again.
Magic missile, the middle one.
Oh.
Wow. Just right at it.
We're gonna
Holy
do
shit.
7,
These
8, 9.
3 dice.
What
I don't know
are
what the
those?
hell.
You got
7, 9.
He's just got these magical shit dice that he can pull from
Wherever that come out.
What the
I don't know how
hell?
much to read those ones.
No.
That's the number on the
I
bottom.
think he found those under the couch.
Oh, they're on the bottom.
12 damage.
There's no armor class defeating nonsense? Okay.
saving throw.
12 damage. Alrighty.
It's the handiest level 1 spell.
If there was blood upon this animated armor, you'd see it being bloodied up. But there's none, so you have to imagine it. His helmet fell off. There. That's what you get. Oh, there goes a ting! Oh.
I'm trying to talk to him now.
And you see just the body and the arms and the legs.
I think this is a distraction, though. We should be getting out of this room. Right?
He's in the doorway.
No, I know,
He
but-
failed. He's trying.
You guys won't fit, really. Halflings can fit.
Only the little guys
But just-
can get out there.
just
Can I
barely.
use wisdom?
Next up on the
this
list is Dasha.
Ariana had her turn already?
That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to move closer, 10 feet. So I'm going to move close to Druella.
See if you can engage in that. What's the lateral one?
And
Good terminology.
what am I going to do?
Where's
I have not
Feel.
blinked, by the way, the whole time. Yeah, it's during combat.
And I guess I'm
sorry.
going to
Can you move her behind?
try-
Yep, I am.
Wow.
Why behind?
Flanking.
You
Because
get
then you get
flank
flanking,
advantage. You
and
get
you get to roll.
advantage roll.
You get to roll 2 d20s and take your last one.
That way,
Oh, okay.
he's
You
distracted.
get a bonus.
So that was more than 10 feet then. 15 feet I think.
You can move 30.
I know, but I moved, that was 15. I said 10, but I moved 15.
Yep,
Okay,
that's fine.
So I'm going to try to hit this guy with my sword.
You certainly may. You gotta roll advantage.
She can roll twice.
What?
You can roll twice because you're rolling for advantage.
Okay. Oh, crap. That was, do you want me to roll that again? It landed on here.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, shit, I should do the first one. So that was, that's 7 plus my, my hit dice.
Did you already roll
is,
twice?
No,
Roll
once.
it again.
Roll again.
Yeah,
And take the higher of the two.
14
plus your weapon.
plus my weapon.
What
is
weapon are
plus
you using?
2, my longsword.
And what does your longsword say plus 2 on
Plus
it?
2.
So
Yeah,
what's the total?
16.
I think
And
so.
then
Yeah,
Hold up.
Hold on. There's at least she's proficient in longswords.
I'm proficient in longsword.
Plus 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Plus 2 plus 3. So 16,
Yeah, right over
19.
here. So you have it right here.
Oh, yeah, plus
Plus
3.
3, and then your 1d8 plus 1 for damage.
I thought you said you were smart, Daphne.
Well, I know, but I don't know this language.
No,
I'm
that's
learning.
okay.
So
You're
it's
doing
a-
very good.
It's a plus 3.
You do not hit.
A 17 doesn't
You
hit.
just barely did not get it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
So-
you have bless on yourself?
No, I didn't bless myself. I blessed
Yeah, you
these
did.
guys.
You didn't bless me.
Yeah, I blessed these 3.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't bless myself.
Yeah.
But I have something. I have something
I know,
from
right?
her.
What did you have?
What did you give me?
I
You
gave
me a
you.
plus 2 bonus.
I gave you a shield that's
Yeah.
AC plus 2.
Plus 2 bonus you gave me.
For your
What's that?
AC.
For the my
So if
for
someone's
my-
going to attack you,
Okay,
they'll have
so
a
I
tough
raised
time.
my shield.
Well, you
Hold
don't.
on.
You don't because it's an action.
I
But don't worry,
Oh,
it's
no,
fine.
but
Don't worry.
isn't it like I'm, well,
Once I
it
saw what
says
that
here
AC
that I
was, I
can.
now get one side.
Don't
But I
worry about
can't.
it. Well, it's not good. It's I'm still
No.
attacking your AC,
Oh, I
so
know, you're
yeah.
gonna attack me, but my shield's up anyway.
Yeah, we're including that
That was an
regardless.
interaction, right?
It's
Yeah.
your shields include regardless of what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's up or
Okay.
down.
I
So
rolled
I'm
pretty
ready.
high.
Next
Whatever.
step is Ariana, and she left.
She's on the phone.
What do you need?
Kid
Ariana,
needs
what's
something.
you're still holding a dagger?
Okay,
trying to
I want to wedge the dagger in for
strength check.
Strength check. Do you get the plus
Help a brother out.
13, and then I get this roll.
So it's -1.
Well, no,
So-
strength is 0 now.
No, it's saving throw.
So where's strength in here?
This is the
That's
strength.
continuous?
Oh, okay, so 12 and 2 is 14.
You're able to wedge it in a little further, and it helps secure the door, the falling column a little better. Probably enough that it could last one round if Earl had to let go. Just FYI.
Okay, but to be clear, the problem before was they couldn't fit through the door.
That's correct.
okay.
I mean, yes, that's
Well,
correct.
not with Earl holding it. No.
So
No,
the door
even
would
with
stay
that-
up, but if you had to leave for a moment, you could and go
If they
resume
went
your
single
position.
file through, they could fit through there?
No. It's
Only
too,
the halflings could crawl
Okay.
underneath there.
too
That's
small.
So I need the strength to either open the door out of the way.
So that's
Earl
your
would-
action.
Can't crouch
No,
through?
he can't even fit
Not
through.
Oh.
really.
Yeah, he
Not
can't
with
even
the
get to
armor
other
and
side.
then everyone's got their.
No.
Now it's my turn?
Next up is the armor.
Right. There.
Animated armor. The animated armor disengages and moves.
They don't even have to rest at all.
No, but shit, we gotta protect
And
her.
that's all I can do with that animated
Who is
armor.
she?
That's Lillian.
That's Lillian. We gotta protect
Not
her.
even off the
Why do
This
we
one
need to protect her?
disengages.
Because she's
Not even
my
after us.
homie with Elm.
This
you
one
gotta
attack.
turn around and get there.
Yeah.
Who is this right there? That-
That is
so
Fergus.
the animated armor is going to attack Fergus.
Wow. And we're just gonna watch.
And I can't do a frickin' thing.
The animated armor got
This girl.
is 13.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay. Ugh, okay. He's going to be using his melee attack.
No, and I am. I'm stuck in a door.
Frickin' they walked away from us. We didn't do any damage and they
I'm
just
gonna
left us.
attack that.
It's a 5 hit.
Cut your losses. It's what you would have wanted. No, it's not. I can sometimes still hear her. I'm not dead.
That's the animated armor's turn. Next up is Lillian, and she is going to disengage and run away.
Good. Run, Lillian, run. Get behind me.
Well, no, she's not going.
She's going that way? Oh.
Right by the door.
She can't.
Hold that door, Lily.
Yeah.
She's
Hold
holding.
it.
Oh my god, please hold the door open. Let me out. Let me out. Next up in the order is Juella.
I'm turning around, and it seems I should probably go after this dude. This guy's got nothing here going on. So,
Flank
I'll
and
do
Z.
the...
So you're going after the one you attacked already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have the...
The headless one?
what do I have to roll here? 1d8, right?
You have to roll your
D20
D20 to attack the armor,
And you have the
but you
plus.
have the advantage because you're flanking.
17, and then I get
Roll
her
it again.
plus
You
four.
if you roll,
Roll
it
it
again,
again.
you might get a better number.
Yeah, you get to take the higher of
I
the two.
doubt it. Yeah.
That's okay. So you get the 17 plus 3
So-
20.
plus
Plus,
whatever your proficiency and
Plus 6.
plus 6.
Well, my...
Plus
yeah, it's
6,
4
'cause you-
plus 2, yes.
Because you have the shillelagh
Yes,
still, I believe.
I understand.
Yeah.
You penetrate the armor, so now you roll for damage.
5.
Okay.
Because you're adding 4.
His arm falls off.
No, she rolled a
with
1.
her,
Ooh.
What did she
Plus
add to
doesn't
that?
attack
Wisdom?
count on damage.
Why do you add wisdom to an attack roll?
Same
She's
reason
using
why
a
you add-
ability that does that to her.
But,
Because it's what you're using
Yes.
before the attack.
Oh,
She's
I
using a
see.
special
Yes.
ability to
Yeah,
allow
but
her
you
to do
don't
that.
you don't get to add your proficiency bonus to it.
So you
the
have
damage.
a headless and armless animated armorer is right by the door almost. Next up in the order is Craig.
Should I just
you
go
must
for
be
the
getting
door?
after that guy. He's pretty much winless. Otherwise, they're going to try and go... Unless we stick them in the door.
Can you disengage?
Why don't we stick them in the door?
I have advantage on it right now.
we try them?
That's the one that's really
Yeah, you do
damaged.
Yeah. Exactly, you get advantage.
Yeah.
We're almost
I got
there,
mine.
Andrea.
No, it's fine. I
Okay.
told you to feed him milk.
19.
You penetrate the armor.
Alright, and then I get my sneak attack. So D8 plus my D6.
Yeah.
Right.
So 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 damage.
Nope, he collapses. All the armor just clanks on the floor. And
Put it on.
Can you take some?
just take it off there, yeah. You're a little distracted, aren't you?
What?
Okay, next up in
Cutting-
the
it's
order
called
is
cutting, actually.
Earl.
It gives me
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
dash,
fucking
disengage, or
rage.
dodge.
It's happening. It's raging.
come on.
He literally throws the door into the ceiling.
So I got 2 rolls and like 20 of them? Is that...
Yeah, advantage.
Can we just hold on before you announce what you said, because it's going to come in the audio. I want to hear the John Cena music coming out as you roll that. It's John Cena.
I think I'm at 4 though,
Yes,
right?
you get your
Yeah.
4, yeah.
Oh gosh.
So 10.
10 plus
Strength?
You're kind of raging.
13.
You with all the strength you're mustering, it goes up a little bit, so that if someone wanted to crawl underneath, they probably could now, but they have to go at half movement speed.
Sorry, guys. That's a heavy fucking door.
And then next up is Fergus.
Come on, Fatic.
Guys, I'm trying.
So I didn't
Flank,
disengage.
see,
I just
flank
moved
them,
around.
yeah.
Yeah, area of control.
And then
I'm going to cast Thunder Wave,
okay.
and these two will not be affected. As per my Sculpt Spell speciality.
Hey, what's that?
I went
I don't
Evocation.
ask him.
I think save versus con. Save versus con for your guy there.
My
You
constitution.
want my D8? That thing's been spitting fire all night. Don't take all the good rolls. These
So I got 15.
dice were
Yeah.
cursed a month ago. Now they're
You take 4 damage,
Oh, okay.
and it pushes him 10 feet.
Next up will be Dasha.
Oh, wow, you're way over there.
I know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, but you got like a
Watch
strong
this guy.
I gotta go over there, so I'm gonna
I'm
move.
gonna go with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to
Behind the other one.
behind the other guy.
Okay.
And then you get 2 of those.
And I'm gonna try to attack him again with my sword.
Okay.
So, oh crap.
Oh, we only got advantage that one time.
Oh, I didn't get advantage?
No.
He gave me advantage.
No, that's for your armor class,
Oh,
plus
that's
2.
my armor class. Okay.
Yeah, but you came up behind him.
So the first, what did I roll
He's
first?
not
Did you
engaged
see?
with anyone though.
I didn't look at
I
anything.
didn't see what I rolled. I know the
We're gonna
second
start
one
all
rolled-
over again and pay attention
Sorry.
this time.
Sorry, I'll roll. So yeah, it's way higher. I don't know if that counts. I got 13. I don't know what I got the first time.
Your strategy is to cheat. I can see now.
No, I didn't pay attention
It's
to my
super
first roll.
effective.
I didn't pay attention.
I'm
So it
fighting
would
my
be 13 plus 3 is 16.
No, it does not pierce the armor.
Okay.
Wow.
A 16, so it doesn't pierce his
Okay,
armor.
We have to use our flanking to give us for ability.
So can I keep shoving that dagger?
I think Earl
No,
has
it's
a
gonna be
good
help
grasp
for
on it. I
turn.
think you should probably do something a little more proactive at this point.
I go under
Okay.
the door.
So
Do something.
So can I take my dagger out?
Oh my gosh.
No, don't worry about the
Leave it
dagger,
there.
just go!
Leave it there and then.
Jesus!
It's my weapon.
Doesn't
Grab all the way
matter.
out
I'll
later.
give you one. I'll give
We'll
you a
get you a new
dagger.
dagger.
Okay, so how close is the closest enemy here?
Right around the corner.
Like this guy?
Yep.
Can I see him?
Nah,
I'm
well,
here.
you have to move there, yeah.
Or you can run up to the one Daphne is attacking.
Yeah, get advantage.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Get
how
in
far
between
is he
them and
away?
Lillian.
Do you have any
1,
support
2, 3.
abilities?
That's true.
I have
Can you
Bardic Inspiration,
That's a good one.
and it gives somebody an extra D6 roll.
Like a barbarian.
And I have,
Maybe you should cast that on the barbarian. I don't know.
He's looking. He's like really sweaty now. Like he's been holding that door a really.
You do that one, I'll take guidance.
Give him some extra points, people.
Okay,
I'm just imagining like
So-
just super ripped, but you're dying under that. door.
I'm gonna cast
Kelly's been
Bardic
holding the door for a long
Inspiration
time.
on Kelly.
And explain to it. Okay, that's fine. We know what it
Oh, wait.
does.
Who
Earl.
are you? Earl, a fair Earl can hold the door for as long as he needs to because he can because he's Earl.
Okay, that was a song?
Yeah.
Oh,
With my
okay.
thing. Look at my thing.
Brava, brava.
My porn
Okay,
slash song.
We all stop clapping. The animated armor starts
Yeah,
clapping too. and
Stop
everybody-
letting
I know you, says the animated armor. Just weird, it doesn't talk.
Slam poetry. Oh, the door is a metaphor
all
for
you have to do?
society, keeping us down.
That's an action, so
That's my action.
Okay.
And then I can do a minor interaction.
Don't worry
Like
about
take a
it.
bottle from the table.
So with
Take a bite of your granola bar.
with my interaction, can I take my dagger away?
Basically,
yes.
Well,
Okay, I take my dagger back.
It's the animated armor's turn now.
okay.
The animated armor attacks Earl.
Mother.
What? Earl! But I just gave him inspiration!
What the hell?
Don't Earl.
I'm not too ready.
You just gotta stand there.
Because I'm raging too, so I got some resistance.
Oh, wow, it's a 2.
Oh,
I'm fine. I'm good.
It sort clicks on you and bounces back, and
Doing.
Earl's fine.
his arm goes like 180. Woo! Just, and then the other animated armor
Bring it.
turns around and attacks Dasha.
All right.
Gosh.
Hit me with your best shot, buddy.
It's a 5,
Okay.
so it just clanks
Tickles.
against your shield and to no effect.
My shield did.
And
Didn't do anything.
Lillian, since it is at half She at half her speed, she able to crawl down, and she goes underneath the door.
Can you ask her what she sees?
We've been here.
Not yet.
We've been here a long time. We saw nothing.
Dark, man.
And
We're just still
then
standing
after
up
that
over the
is Druella.
Okay.
No, I have my.
Well, I will do what's going to keep attack is. Like, I should come here?
On
We're gonna do it at
opposite
the
side of
door.
it. Nope, that's me.
Let's-
leave me
let's
alone.
not you.
Leave me alone.
Let's
Leave me
not
alone.
you.
It's not me.
Move over here.
This is me.
Or should you do
Here?
the dude at
Yeah.
the door?
Then you roll 2d20s and you take the highest.
Alright. Just tell me what to do.
The big.
That one is a 10. And that's a 6. 18.
It hits. So you struck the armor, now you can do damage.
So
That's your
then-
D8.
8.
The diamond one plus
On the left.
the big
On the
diamond.
left.
That one?
I think that happens to me in that darker shade. To the left.
None of your other lives.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
But I
That happens
So
to me.
5.
gave her.
Somebody sold you some bad dice.
Yeah, she has the
I
plus
gave her.
4.
That was for the
It's
armor.
for her armor only,
Yeah.
and for is it armor and attack only?
Less is attack and skills.
Attack
Or attack and saves.
and saves only. Okay, not
Not
hits.
damage.
Not damage. Okay.
Okay. Next up in the order,
Nothing happened?
you did attack it. You succeeded in attacking it. Good job.
Okay.
You did it. Next up in the order is Craig.
Craig, what you gonna do? Help us out.
He runs under the door and joins the wind.
On the other side of the door.
No, we checked.
Okay.
Yeah, we did an investigation on the other side of the door. There was nothing.
Well, the room hasn't activated yet, so
Because
whatever's
there wasn't
on
enough
there.
people in there to activate.
I just want to see.
You want to know if there's like a lever to open the door on the other side? And we did check, but it was so long ago, and he's been standing there sweating his nuts off. All right, I'm on the other side. Let's do a flank attack here. 15 plus 6, 21.
Yes.
Why can't I
Good.
roll like that?
I don't know.
No, Kelly. We all want to
I don't know
know.
what that
We
is.
really want to know.
Yes,
It's
we
one
all want
die,
to
and
know.
we roll a shit number, and then they just tell us no, and then they pull out all these other dice.
6 plus 4 is 10, plus 2 is 12.
Which one are you attacking?
The
Which
one that's trying to attack
Oh,
Earl.
okay. Let's see here.
Oh.
Oh my. So that's
Get my sword in there, just slam it around the empty armor shell.
pieces of armor come clattering off of him,
Take
but
that.
he's still standing.
What the hell is this?
Well, that's why I don't want to face animated armor, I guess. And next up is Earl.
Okay,
All right,
well,
you got that?
Rage,
You
have
got
an
that
extra
D6.
D6 for my inspiration.
Well, do I rage again?
You are raging.
You are
You're still
raging.
raging.
I'm still raging?
So throw
We're all
your
raging now.
2d20s. Roll both your 20s.
I'm rolling just
At the
this
same
20.
time.
Fucking 8.
I hear that, man. It's awfully
I
strong.
don't think you've had a double digit.
Fucking game.
Hit.
Oh my god!
Not the 8.
That is amazing.
He had an 8 plus you
Plus
gotta
a
roll
D6. A D6.
No, a d6 and a d4.
and a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a 4.
okay, that's okay.
So you're 12.
Yeah.
And a 2.
Plus
Plus 3.
18.
18.
Okay, you successfully hoist the door over your head at this point. With
Thank
both
God.
hands, just like a power weightlifter, you do the pose and everything, legs bent, and you're shaking. You're just vibrating like crazy. But the door is open.
Shit running down my
So can we all run and beat these guys, you think?
Well, Fergus is next. People are still engaged.
Oh, I do a bonus action at the end of mine to disengage.
Okay.
Oh no, dodge. Bonus action to dodge. At
Okay.
the end of mine.
Fergus is next.
Unreal.
Ray of Frost.
Keeps me
Oh,
ready, so if they
okay.
try and hit me, I can.
That's a good one.
21!
Yes, you penetrate.
Hit me!
I rolled that die. And I got
Penetrate, Scott. Well done.
4.
I mean, Fergus.
That'll get
Great job, Fergus.
This is the one where bits of armor have fallen off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So he's frozen now.
No, that's not how it works.
4 damage.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still standing.
Yeah, speed's reduced by 10.
Yep, that's true.
Surrounded by everyone! Slow me down, but I'm already surrounded by my friends.
Next up on the list is Dasha.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go after
Turn around
this
and like
dude in front of me.
slap
I got no other choice.
Go through the door.
Drop the gauntlet.
No, I'm not running. I don't run, I fight. I don't run. And I got a 17.
No, you don't penetrate the
I
armor.
don't penetrate the armor, I hit him twice.
18. The AC is probably 18.
It's 18 because we're just getting shy.
I
Swear to God.
know!
You rolled twice though, right?
No, only once. My bonus didn't
You have
last
advantage.
anyway.
Don't worry, the door's an asshole too.
No, they
You
told
have
me last
advan-
time I didn't have
You do
advantage.
now because there's another person there.
We're all fighting.
Oh,
It's
'cause
flanking.
flanking?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll allow
So I
it.
roll it again,
Yeah.
and I got crit.
You're fighting.
Well,
You definitely hit double damage.
Yay!
you hit it so that the arms fall off.
Okay.
It's still standing, but it can't do
roll a
anything.
do I roll
Now you get to roll
damage?
damage.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Double
the size?
damage. Yeah, well, look at your thing.
What's your weapon?
Yeah.
I know it's been forever, but
D8 for damage. So that's the 8-sided, which is
At the
this
top.
one.
No,
No.
one
This one.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
this
you go.
one.
Yeah, you roll that one twice.
I got a 6
And
and a 7.
plus, what do you get from your weapon?
3.
Plus number. Okay,
1.
plus 1. What's your strength?
Why plus 1 you said for my weapon?
For damage.
Oh, for
on
damage?
your attack roll, you get the +2 for proficiency. On damage, you only get your strength.
Oh, only get my strength?
Here,
Plus 1. So it's plus 1. So what did we say it
So
was?
we got 14.
6.
I calculated,
6
yeah.
plus 1, 14.
that's
So-
calculated. Both
14
the arms
damage.
have fallen off, and his weapon fell off. He's still standing.
Okay. Well, at least he can't swing at us.
He's
He
gonna,
can
he's gonna,
kick you.
he's gonna
He
kick
can
you.
kick us.
He's coming right. He's running that. Yeah.
Still for the face.
Alright.
Next up is Ariana, but she's
Oh,
not
sorry.
doing anything.
Could I still move?
Yeah.
No, I'll just stay there. Never mind.
Why isn't Ariana doing anything?
She's behind the door.
She
She's
could move through anyone there.
Yeah,
she
can
doesn't
get
have much
past.
else she can do actually in this situation.
Um,
Oh wait, I was thinking Lillian. Ariana, you're next.
Yeah.
Yes.
well, okay, so we got an armsless guy there, and the guy in front of the door, what's he?
It's my knee, that's why I'm stretching.
He's,
That's okay.
um,
That's okay. You can stretch. No, I'm ready for
frozen.
it.
He can only move 10, but he's pretty damaged and dinged up.
Okay,
damaged,
so I step into the door where Kelly is, where Craig is. No, where Earl is, and
You tickle him.
I swing my rapier at him.
And Earl?
No.
And
So-
again. And again.
Why do I get
Advantage. You have
Oh.
advantage. You take the higher. So you take the 12 down.
12. Okay, and then I get this one from her, right?
Yeah.
So 12 plus 1 is 13.
No, you do not penetrate.
What?
12 plus 1 plus
Oh,
You're welcome.
5.
12 plus 1
Plus
plus
5 is
5
18.
18.
You do hit. You're switching to dexterity. Is that why?
Yeah.
The rapier's finesse.
Yes,
so she
that's
gets used
what I
her
thought. Okay, we'll allow that. Go ahead.
So then I get the hit one?
You use your dice that's
D8.
appropriate to the weapon.
The D8. No, here. There you go.
I've never picked up the ring.
2
2 plus.
plus 3 is 5.
It's
So I get to use dexterity because that was my weapon.
one of its legs fell off. It's now hopping around on one leg,
Yeah.
It still has arms?
and it still has a weapon.
Yeah, it still has arms?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Are they kind of? I'm thinking they're kind of useless at this point. Can we leave them under the door?
If you want to try, you can. It's up to you. Yeah, but it is
I
the
guess we
armor.
just finish him off. Really.
It is the armor's turn anyway.
It is, isn't it?
Armor's turn.
I believe it is.
This guy's got
This
no
is disadvantage,
arms.
This one kicks Daphne.
Okay.
Daphne, as all of a sudden he's got a toe blade.
Yeah.
I got.
Like,
Doing,
I
like-
imagine, is it like
I got
I've been like doing
16.
Brazilian jiu-jitsu where he
Okay.
just like
Is that a hit to your armor class?
My armor class
upper
is
body's
no, it's an
weighing me
18.
down.
No, the kick he just misses. Oh,
Okay.
he falls prone.
Okay.
So
Wow, and can I
he
laugh?
fell down. Yep.
Yeah,
and
he
then
falls down.
Can I kick him?
the other one. Oh, I guess it can't
He's
disengage.
slow.
It's gonna attack.
You're in your choice, basically.
Disengage and move. That's its action. It moved in front of Earl.
Have sandwich.
And then
it
next
has
step,
one leg only, and
it just hopped. It just
It
hopped
has a
right
pretty
over.
good chance of surviving in front of me.
No kidding.
The next step is Juella.
Well, I'm gonna turn around and get this guy so that he doesn't bother our door man.
This is like an advantage.
Okay, roll for
If you
AC.
flank, if you go behind him, then you can.
Yeah, if you go
Is there
there.
room here?
No,
like-
the other way.
Squeeze right between Earl
There.
and
Now you
Margaret.
get a bonus action.
Don't mind me as I rub my
His
body
on
between you
over
guys.
one. No, over one to us. Or did he move the skeleton?
That
Yeah,
one?
no,
Yeah,
he's- he
that's
moved
right.
them. Yeah.
That's a
right.
19.
Nice.
And that's a...
Well, you succeeded with the one there.
Okay.
So,
19.
so you go ahead. You
So now I
you pierce
do
the armor.
1d8. Wow.
You getting it,
Got
you
it.
getting it.
6.
Yep,
6
and he
plus.
collapses in a big pile of armor. Just
Alright.
ka-chunk.
So, so he's
Armor
gone.
falls down.
Oh.
So I think it's safe to say that you
we can
guys can
escape.
run to the door now while Earl's still able to hold
Okay,
that
let's
open.
get the flock out of here, people. I'm last through the door. There you go.
The one guy had armor, and you collapsed in front of me. Isn't he a bit small armor?
No.
What kind of swords do they have, Ryan?
You want evil? If you want possessed evil weapons,
No.
sure, I'd be happy to give it to you.
No.
What kind of swords were they?
We can't even hold the door.
It was short swords, we'll say. Oh, you want
A
to
short
grab
sword?
you some possessed evil armor?
You want to
yeah?
go back through that
Weapons?
door, or
I
I'll
want
just
a
let
short
go?
sword.
So-
But the grip gives you +2 to hit.
But it's
But the pommel is also cursed.
Hey, Earl, you made it out of that one.
With like no damage.
I know.
Okay, I take
Thanks,
one of the cursed
Maximilian.
short swords. Can
Well, you
I?
can't.
No, the door's shut.
Okay.
It just
Earl
door
shut the
slammed,
door.
and whatever's underneath is just crushed completely.
Oh, yeah.
Craft would not be my game.
Hey,
Don't
some
say
changes have bad rolls. I went an entire evening with bad rolls. These
So this
dice
is
are hot
2
again.
nights in a row.
Yeah.
You need to have more nights.
You enter another room very similar. It's just a flat
Okay.
surface, but as you
More armor shows up.
it's just armor everywhere.
This
That's
door
what I'm
is-
trying to.
You come to the room
You were
with
inside
armor.
animated armor all along. But as you enter in, 6 parts, sorry, rise up from the floor. They're like you can step onto these surfaces. There's nothing special about them. Maybe roll an investigation check.
Sure.
I'm just gonna let people roll.
Well,
18.
7.
Yeah, see.
You
Investigation, I have some pluses in
I take a
it,
nap.
too. A 19.
No.
You inspect the surfaces of these raised little columns, and you see scratches on them that you recognize as similar to thieves' cant.
which
I'm investigating them, so I should have been able to tell.
Well,
Okay.
but now you know because
Okay.
Ariane, I'm sure,
Yeah.
told you.
Yeah, okay,
Hey,
so
dude, read.
I first I read them all privately. What do they say? One by one.
I'm just gonna put
One
a
ring
little
to
adjustments
rule
on these
all.
ones.
One ring to find them.
follow the yellow brick
One
road.
ring to find them all, and in the darkness find.
This last one says nerd. He said while putting his D&D character sheet in his binder.
Did you see what this one said? It said,
Don't see that.
it's the rage that fucking grabs you.
Oh, it's just numbers.
No, that's just so you can what the words say. You can coordinate on here. You're the only one that's gonna be knowing this, and it's up to you if you want to share this information or not. But you're gonna be basically the one in
Oh, it's not
charge.
that much. You can say it to everyone. I just,
No, you got, here they are. But
Wow.
the numbers correspond to these words.
The muscle, the whore.
Okay. Yep, that's good. Alright, so.
Oh, crap. Were you holding the door?
Yeah, well, it seems like it, hey? Been in the dad chair too long.
Been hiding.
You get to choose basically who's standing on what.
Hey, Stefan, number 1.
Beast! I woke up in beast mode!
You,
Awful true.
what Craig is indicating to you based off what he's discerned from the thieves' cant is these pillars have to be stood upon by one individual each.
Okay.
So the consequences are we don't know. Maybe since you put them all out, read them out to us so that people know.
So I'm looking at these different pillars here. This first one here says beast. The second one says sacrifice. This pillar over here, number 3, and it doesn't have numbers on it, I get it, but the precious secret, polymorph, the awful truth, and poison.
And so if one person has to stand on each pedestal to activate possibly the exit, they might have to suffer a consequence as a result. So you have to decide who stands on what.
Does anybody have a poison potion?
I think we have a poison
polymorph.
spell.
Oh.
I can't be poisoned.
Who's
You
that?
can't be
I
poisoned?
can't be poisoned at some point. Maybe not yet. But there's
Not
some
yet.
point where
You're definitely not yet, level 2.
but I think next level I can't be poisoned.
But we have healing potions. Would that cure poison?
And Lillian and Sebetha choose not to participate
No.
in this.
No, I was gonna put one of them on the sacrifice one.
Okay, well,
You guys should stand on that one.
are
It
you the
says
poison?
rainbow and candies. What?
Okay, well,
Is this
Who
has
has
to do
the
with
poison? Who has the poison? You do, don't you?
Oh,
the poison?
He's got.
Well, polymorph, like that would be. Isn't that what I can do? I can change into animals. Is that
Well, you-
something
No,
that's-
you
Polymorph
can talk to
is you could be
animals.
turned into something.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah,
So
the precious
that's what
secret, I
happens.
don't know what that is. There's the
you would be
sacrifice.
polymorph for beast.
Yeah.
You can turn into a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn into a beast?
He is a beast.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
could just talk with
Could be
beasts.
beast.
Sorry,
I should
Earl.
turn into a couple of ways here.
Well, actually, he was a sacrifice because I would have totally
It's
fucked him
something
up
that I
in
can
that
see.
door.
That I've seen.
Oh,
We
okay.
did.
So you can turn
Like
into
old
a
day.
dog.
Like
Not
he,
yet.
like
Not that.
he
Not
missed
that
tax
awesome.
season. He missed everything. There's
You
like
turn into
nothing
that
goes
squirrel
down.
we saw on the tree.
So we just have to pick one and go for it?
So are we picking them, or are you choosing?
No, you guys do
We have to
whatever you
think-
want.
Yeah, we-
It's not to just
Oh.
Well, I'll stand on beast because that makes sense to me.
I can check on the sacrifice and they got a lot of work. Like already.
What?
You got a lot of life.
Yeah, but this sounds like something religious.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
I can't
so-
figure out if it's religious or not. Or
How many
I'm gonna go
potions?
stand on. I'm gonna
Precious
go
secret?
stand on the awful truth.
Okay.
And I break away from good.
I want a precious secret.
Okay, put me on sacrifice then.
You want polymorph or poison?
See,
Who has the highest
I think I should go
constitution?
there and you should go beast.
Constitution.
Right? That
Who's got the
makes
highest
I
constitution?
have a
of all of us?
+3.
Constitution?
Constitution?
Yeah.
You should go on poison.
sense.
Yeah, I've got a
I have
0.
+3 as well.
Sure. It's
Unless
basically
you should go on
who has
poison.
Polymorph doesn't make sense to me though.
As you all stand on this, the pedestals depress and go to the floor, and one by one, the consequences activate.
Oh my
We'll
Oh!
start with Beast. Who is Beast?
God. Me.
Roll your D4
Oh,
dice,
that roll.
please.
I am screwed.
Is this one right?
Yes.
Do they still have
2.
blessed?
You gain the aspect of the eagle.
Oh.
Until your next level up, you will gain the ability to. Light does not pose a disadvantage on your wisdom perception checks, and you can roll for advantage on perception checks. So until your next level up, you got that ability advantage on perception
Oh,
checks.
sorry, so that what the perception check again? Sorry.
Like remember when you're investigating a
No,
room?
just say what it is.
So advantage. So you roll twice and you pick the best one. Next up, we will go with
Me sacrifice.
Poison.
Poison.
Earl.
So scared.
Poisonous door.
Earl, please roll a d4.
Oh shit.
My D4 is not too bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the odds are
Happy.
big. 35%.
Oh dear.
Come on. Robert.
2.
You are affected by truth serum, and a poison creature can't knowingly speak a lie, as if under the effect of zone of truth spell. Next up is the awful truth. Who's standing on that?
Craig.
You have to speak
Craig
a
McIntyre.
truth you don't want to share that satisfies the room's conditions. If not, you suffer a penalty. So
Wow.
speak the truth that you think will appease this room to everyone.
About your character or?
About his character, not himself, like Rob the person.
They met Sabbath, they already knew that. The truth is, I'm actually an orphan and I've got a sister, but long ago she started working for Sabbatha, so I started doing missions over here to see what on earth happened to her. I don't know where she is and I don't know what happened to her, and Sabbatha hasn't told me anything yet.
Sabbatha looks awkwardly at side eyes now, like, like, oh boy, I didn't expect this to happen. Next up is Polymorph, and who's standing on that? Roll your d20, please.
Whoa! Big die, big die.
3.
And a number.
Oh.
My lucky number.
No.
I thought it was a 12-foot gnome.
You...
He comes in Irvine.
A cloud of smoke, a billowing smoke circles around you. And
I get you, man.
it totally covers you up, and as it slowly dissipates, everyone stares at you in maybe horror, maybe humor, as your entire head becomes the face of a rabbit.
Oh!
Complete with ears, and you gain, as long as you're in this position, you gain a +2 on perception checks.
Oh.
Rabbit senses tingling.
The rest of your body is human, but the head
No, rabbit
and
no, sorry, buddy.
ears, everything from the neck up looks exactly like a bunny rabbit. So yeah, you gain this ability, but maybe you'll get extra charisma too. I'll decide come circumstances. We'll see.
So you're a rabbit, huh? What's that like?
So we'll have to just change your character model, I guess, a little bit.
I don't know, sir. You want me to know what your character?
The next step is sacrifice.
I just have a question. What would have happened if you rolled like a 20?
It'll nothing pretty much would happen probably. Like that's the best roll. If you rolled a 1 though, total rabbit. You're like you'd be 100% rabbit with a
I'll take a rabbit.
Ooh, and if you're a rabbit, I would use animal
fighting.
friendship to make my companion.
just stay that cap.
Hey, I would talk to him. Gosh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Sacrifices, you have to whatever you think is your best judgment to equal the cost of everyone else, you have to lay down items onto the floor that you sacrifice. And if you don't meet the requirements, then you will receive penalty. So tell me when you're ready to stop, but I'm not going to tell you when to stop. But use your best judgment. Sacrifice your items.
Equal to
Equal to the consequences that everyone else has had to endure. And some of them aren't bad, but one kind of was.
We say stop. We say stop.
I would definitely
Jesus.
sacrifice those water skins.
with the
That's
used
how much.
water.
That's how much I believe in you lot.
I think the three of them
My
could
bathwater, though.
I'm gonna lay
I'm
down
not kidding. I put bathwater in it.
50 gold. And I'm gonna lay down 5 javelins and 50 gold.
How the hell would you carry?
It's just what I have. I have.
Backpack.
I really don't have anything else.
Did you not give me those javelins?
No, 4 javelins. I only have 4 javelins left. I only give you 1. My bedroll.
Keep your bedroll. Put down your diary.
I did 25 or 50 gold. It's worth, the diamond's only worth 9.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do. 50 gold and 4 javelins.
Well, the gold is acceptable. The room finds those consequences. The last step is the awful truth. Oh wait, is that no? It's not the awful truth. It's
the precious secret.
precious secret. You're gonna gain knowledge. Psychically, all of a sudden, this knowledge of what has happened or what is going to happen enters your head. And I will reveal the secret to you in private. It's a big secret. The problem is, if you feel the need to tell anyone, if you even hint at it, if someone finds out about it and it leads to you, it obviously would lead to you, you receive psychic damage that possibly kill your character.
What?
Oh my god.
I can't take it. Give me a rabbit head. Give me a rabbit head.
So, are you...
So I shouldn't write this down then, right?
Nope, I'll go to a different room and I'll tell you what it is.
Wow.
And with that, 2 doors open.
Oh, 2 doors. Hey, before we go running through a door, can we check things out ahead of time?
What?
We just been running through these doors. There's 2 doors that have opened. Can we see where they go?
Hey, you want to just go run through that?
There's thieves' cants on the door.
I read them.
2 doors.
One says treasure, the other one says exit. I was gonna let you guys leave first, lock the door, then go the other way. Ryan's like, I don't want to do that. So I guess, alright. The treasure could still be a trap. I don't know. I know it's treasure though. So this one's treasure, this one is exit.
She has divine sense.
My divine
Traps
sense.
might not necessarily show off evil, but you can. What do you pick up? What's your radar telling you?
There is absolutely
Divine sense
nothing,
tells you-
no senses
No
whatsoever.
sense.
Celestial,
So let's go to the
Celestial, Infernal, and Fey.
I want to get out of this.
Hey, Lily just did
I
this.
think
I
we're
don't.
pretty good. Let's
I want to go get
give
treasure.
ourselves a food. Yeah.
Oh,
treasure.
We're going for treasure. There is a
Treasure.
trap. Does anybody can detect magic?
There is... You do detect magic, but... it's probably the same thing that you experienced with the locks previously, I'm going to say.
Okay, so the doors are open.
Oh,
Like, they're
and there is
open.
one magical item that's really powerful
Oh
up
my
ahead.
god.
So the doors opened both ways.
You go down a hall, and there's a door, and it's not locked. If you want to open it, you can. And that,
And
leads
that
to
one
the treasure.
says treasure.
That's the tunnel that leads to the treasure.
Oh, so there's another door.
Yep,
I do an investigation on the door.
yep.
It's trapped.
I roll an 8.
It's trapped.
It's not
That's true.
trapped. It's unlocked.
It's unlocked.
And like you said, I detected magic.
And there's magic, but
The
you,
treasure.
yep. I said what I said. That particular door doesn't glow. The door, by the way, or the lock.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought that's what you were talking
Can
about.
can I determine if it's good
I-
or evil
I-
magic? Can I do that?
It's just magic. There's
Okay.
no more.
I opened the door.
I scream.
Say it. Do it.
Are you guys behind me in the hallway?
Yes, we're
I scream.
We're all here?
Like,
Okay,
as soon as
everyone's
We're
Scooby
trying
Dooing
to
it,
build treasure. We're going
and
together.
there are glamorous treasure chests all over the room. There, the detect magic spell detects the locks of each one have traps and locks on them.
On each chest.
There's not anything separate. Everything is in boxes and chests. They're all over the place. In the center of this room, however, there is a statue of a woman with wings. She is golden. Her face is bowed down as she cups in her hand a orb. And as you enter the room, the orb swirls with smoke and magic, and the smoke takes the shape of what looks like a planet. An angelic voice comes out from it, and she says, "Accept my service, and you will be delivered where you are meant to be."
I'm accepting it. I'm there.
I don't accept the service.
What?
I don't accept the service. I want to unlock a treasure chest and start stuffing my pockets full of gold.
Okay, well, you can start trying to unlock the chest.
Grab as many chests as you can.
Seventh,
Oh, pack horse.
17 10. Get rid of the.
you're going too fast for me, by the way. Just a second. So you're trying to deactivate the trap. This is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So yes, you successfully did that, and you're busy doing that. Sebetha walks around, and Lillian walk around also. Lillian finds the statue very entrancing. She likes it a lot. Not magically like possessed and entrancing, just like in awe
She's
at
fascinating.
the craftsmanship. Sebitha is looking at the globe that's spinning slowly around inside this capsule. What's everyone else doing?
I'm just thinking we need
I'd
to.
like to.
You guys
go with
want to
what
do
the
this?
statue's telling me.
Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
Can I go with what the statue's telling me?
If sure, you can. But what is everyone else doing?
I'm going to touch the swirly orb.
Okay, what else is doing?
Bold. I like that.
What's everyone else doing?
I touched her before.
Okay, what's everyone? What are you two doing then? What's Earl and Dasher?
I am standing
Sorry, I looked at my
guard
character tree.
Okay.
behind
I
everybody
I'm
from
inquisitive.
where we came.
Okay.
So I'm just making sure nothing bad's going to follow us in there, that we're not, being attacked by anything, and I'm just standing guard.
Okay, what's Earl up to?
You want to start unlocking some chests with me, bro? Get some treasure?
No.
Be rich?
He's making a sandwich.
He wants to get the hell out of there. Earl's
I'm
having a
gonna go
bad
with
day.
Kelly and
Accept the
He's having a
service?
bad
accept the
day.
service.
So as you all do this, a crack happens on the orb, and all the smoke and gas and whatever seeps out and engulfs the whole room. And it all as suddenly as it happens, all the smoke goes back inside the orb. Craig and Dasha are the only ones in this room currently. Oh, and plus,
Why did you stay
I was
with me?
protecting everybody. I didn't go with the flow because I
Nah,
was making sure. So
I'm busy
protecting
getting
you.
gold. And you know what kept you in this room? Lack of backbone.
I had your back.
I've got a backbone. I've got my own back. You can
what
stop fighting us.
happens next is if I guess you just open up a chest and you put on a crown, you put some pearls around your neck, and you grabbing these jewels and pulling some in your pocket.
I'm filling my bag.
And you're filling it up, and you're what doing?
I-
You just witnessed everyone
I
disappear.
witnessed everybody disappear.
And what are you doing? What's your
And I-
reaction
so
to
my
this?
reaction is, what the hell? I'm going to grab some of this treasure. Get my 50 gold back because I screwed it. I just gave it up. I'm going to get my some gold back, and I'm going to try to find a way out of this room.
You're going to face the consequences of your god possibly due to these actions.
Oh, okay. Well,
But it's
then-
too late now.
It's too late.
So,
anyway,
just
I pick
FYI.
up some stuff, and I'm wondering what happened to everybody.
Standing by the door is the sheriff.
Oh.
He and his animated guardians. They're looking at you and it says, "Am I interrupting anything?" And cut.
I just like wearing all the gold.
So, when they disappeared, did that statue disappear in there?
Oh no, it's back to where it was when you found it. Epilogue.
We've got to
It's a giant pit, a huge pit. It's almost impossible. Something impacted this area a long, long time ago. It's deep. And just by sitting by itself down there at a table is a drow elf. He's wearing a black purple cape and sitting at a table with a nice cup of tea. And there's a nice umbrella covering everything. And all of a sudden, at the two seats pop up Druilla and Ariana. And he notices you there and he says, "Whoa, prophecies are weird that way, I guess." Cut there.
What?
My
So
God,
that's a drow elf. So we've
The
never
other
seen this guy
cutscene.
before?
Second epilogue. It's a giant, huge city. And
We just followed.
a beautiful concert's playing.
Gosh, I can already-
It's full of elves and
They really
half
can't capture
elves
it.
and humans in a concert playing. There's some dignitaries in the audience, and all of a sudden, poof, Earl and Fergus just show up in the middle of the stage. Goes the instruments as everyone just stares, and that's the end of your scene.
Why is that?
So he said that prophecies do come true?
That's correct.
And why is that
Okay,
where
get
you're
the
meant to
microphone.
be?
Alright, stop.
And that's the end of
Good
this
station.
story.